Hey guys, welcome. So, I guess we could say that the goal of the spiritual journey is oneness, unity consciousness, kind of dissolving the feeling of separation and re-entering our natural state as one with our environment. One of my well-known teachers once said, ascension or awakening, perhaps enlightenment, is the shift from the belief that I exist in reality to the understanding that reality exists within me. And it's not really something, well it's definitely not something we can come to a conceptual understanding, although perhaps the belief that we are one with creation is an entry point. But it is, it's not a belief or a concept, it's a direct experience. The perhaps Shakespeare quote, I started reading A Midsummer Night's Dream actually, but I don't really know Shakespeare, but I've heard he says in one of his books, I just quickly looked it up, it might be King Lear, see feelingly. See feelingly. I think it has something to do with a blind guy who can see, like who can see even though he's blind. And he says I can see feelingly. Something like this. I don't know, I haven't read it, I just quickly looked it up. But it seems to be pointing to a deeper level of consciousness, and it kind of points to my experience of oneness or unity consciousness. See feelingly. And I guess it requires some degree of kind of spiritual maturity, some degree of ability to quiet our mind and come into the present moment. Not be caught in the constant worry and panic of the physical mind that thinks it has to think constantly, otherwise its reality is going to collapse. It's not actually the case. Seems to make reality worse actually when you're lost in your mind. Of course everything's a reflection of us. And so if you can begin to quiet your mind and come to a space of stillness, there's a few things you can do to kind of begin to really enter the portal, enter the reality of oneness, of unity. And no longer be stuck in the scary, hostile reality of separation. And so, breathe and relax and see feelingly. Feel. Kind of feel out there, feel. And this is the pointer I got in my channeling on Facebook. Check out my Facebook, Jonathan Trinity Martin. And I will add you if you send me a request. And in the channeling this morning, it said just go out into nature, relax concepts, relax mental frameworks, and just feel the energy of the trees, the energy of the animals, and because kind of the energy that is us. That is our state. That is our true nature. Like I mean, perhaps it's ultimately beyond energy, even energy. But like energy is perhaps the closest thing we can define our natural state of oneness by, because that's how like we feel it. That's the experience of it, at least. And so as you're watching the video and quietening your minds with me, feel how everything around you, just put your attention on seeing if you can feel the energy of everything. Like feel the trees and feel the pigeons and feel the ducks, or just feel whatever around you. Feel your cell phone or your laptop or your computer, the bee that wanted to say hello, the duck that wanted to say hello. It's amazing how the more you go into oneness, the more nature seems to get drawn to you. And just feel how out there is actually in here. For some reason, when we're stuck in constant thinking, we seem to feel separate from reality. But the more we just relax into the present moment and breathe deeply, I want to give you like words to help you experience it, but I'm not sure that's even possible. It's like through spiritual practice, after a while, it just seems to become a reality. The more you quiet your mind and the more you just feel, the more you see feelingly, the more you like experience reality energetically and just feel the energy, because you start to feel how the energy that like, I always think of Star Wars, the force that binds us and within us, the energy that is within us, that gives life to our very being. You begin to notice how it's actually in everything. And then you realize that it's actually your consciousness that's also in everything. And then you start to feel more and more like you're not separate from anything. And it's all just like this eternal dream of joy and bliss. And the mind comes in and says, but. And then when the mind quietens down and stops saying, but, you feel the joy and the bliss of oneness again. And it's definitely easier in places like this than in the city. Although I've definitely had profound experiences of oneness in all situations, somehow you can just pop into it in the city. Like all the people around you can activate it. But it's probably a lot easier in a place like this, because it's easier to quiet your mind. Be like the trees. Be like the water. Be fluid like water. Be air like the birds. See feelingly. See feelingly. I've been following some stuff about Shakespeare, about how he was like some sort of initiate of the Egyptian mystery schools, obviously passed down through history, like Hermeticism probably. So that's why I started studying him. But if he could see feelingly, he was initiated. Om, 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 and Amen. So, if you would like to learn to see feelingly, I have a coaching program where I teach this, amongst other things. So, if you're interested in signing up for my coaching program, I'll drop the link to, and you can book a free call directly through the link below with me to explore the idea if you want to work together with me in the future. So peace, love, light, and Shivai. See feelingly. Good day.